How does Peter know who Jesus is? The Father told him. Jesus didn't tell him. The Father told him. So discipleship has to involve some kind of access to God that reveals mystery to us, that flesh and blood can't do, the Spirit can do, right? And so that has to be like the primer. If the person doesn't understand who they are, the training won't stick. It's like putting expensive paint on a wall that's not primed. It can be super expensive and really good. It doesn't change. It'll peel because you're putting it on the false identity of the person, their woundedness, their I'm not good enough, that deep down, I really know I'm unworthy. Like we can't go forward in that identity. That's wide is the way of I'm not worthy. Narrow is the way like, no, believe about yourself what God says about you in the scriptures. So hearing God then is asking God who he says you are, and in that, and then sharing that with your community, and then in that sense of identity, in the you're beloved, you are unconditionally loved by God. Do you understand that that's part of your identity? You are unconditionally loved. If you're unconditionally loved by God, you are not afraid to approach him and ask him anything. You're not afraid he's going to kill you one day if you're too committed. You're not afraid he's going to ruin your kids. Most of us, when we're praying, are self-protecting even against God and what he might do because of this fundamental lack of belief that he really loves you. He's not mad at you. He's not disappointed in you. And so I asked these kids in this Christian school, I said, raise your hands. There's 400 of them. Raise your hands if you believe God's disappointed in you. They all raised their hands. They've all been taught that God is pretty much disappointed with them most of the time. Okay, so then how vulnerable are you going to be in your prayer life with a God that's already disappointed in you? You're not going to do it. You will protect yourself from God really hammering you on who you really are. And adults are really tough on this. It's like, just ask Jesus what kind of parent he thinks you is. No way, no way. Why? Because he's going to condemn me. Where do you get that? See, I think discipleship walks people out of this kind of wrong idea about God and themselves and others. It's always the inversion of the great commandment. It's always a wrong view of God, a wrong view of yourself, and a wrong view of others. And Jesus is like, look, all the law and the prophet hangs on these two. One is you need to understand and love God with everything that you have. And two, you've got to love others in the same way that you love yourself. Do you love yourself? Nope. Well, we're in trouble then about loving others. Again, a lot of times, a church, a 1 hour, 2 hour church service can never touch this stuff. That's unfortunate. They can't. You've got to have small groups. You've got to have tight, we call them islands of sanity or creative minorities. And that's the way the church grew. We know that. But when you make it into an empire, it loses all of that component to it. So hearing from God is simply learning how to pray, ask God questions, listen to how God speaks to you, whether it's through the word or through impressions or through, things, ideas you have in your head, and then always weigh them in the scriptures. Always go back to the scriptures. Is this consistent with how God communicates to people in the Bible? Yes, it is. He communicates with people in so many different ways. Is it consistent with his word? Is it profitable for correction, instruction, reproof, and righteousness? Is it result in love, joy, peace, patience, goodness, kindness, self-control? Yes, yeah, that's okay. There he is. Does it create in you a sense of joy, of movement? Yes. Does it create in you fear, guilt, and shame? No. If it does, not him. God does not accuse people of things. Satan accuses. He's the accuser. God is not an accuser of humans. But most of us think he is. Most of us think he's up there going, shoo, wow. And so that's why
he still invites us to leave behind something bad in our life, but he's not shaming us, accusing us of it. It's an invitation forward, not a look what you did, you crap, like
right.
crap kind of.
Okay, so think about it. Think that you're in.